I've downgraded. It's Jova. It's Jova. It's Jova. This is my new comp box. Oh, it's over. It's Jova. It's all Jova. It's all Jova. Oh my lord. Okay. This is good. Oh, I guess this is better. Actually, this is a better comp box. Yeah, this is a better comp box. But I'm not actually sure if I'm live. So, I'm either live or I'm not. I haven't streamed on YouTube in a while. It has been a while since I've streamed on YouTube. Hello. Hello to all the viewers. Hello. How are we? We good? Are we all good? No. Please don't. Please don't connect. Well, actually, no. Please do connect. But please just don't do it right now. Please. Hello, thank you. Okay. I'm just turning off my Bluetooth real quick. Disconnected. Boom. Boom shakalaka. Get out. Stop. Thank you. Boom. Okay, so now what we do is donate chat. And I'm going to be commentating this session. Now we just gotta wait and hope to flippin' heck. I don't even know what button. Oh, wait, there we go. Sorry. We good. Okay, let's get into it. Let me just quickly up my brightness so that I can see the chat. There we go. Turn that up. Boom shakalaka. Okay, let's get into qualifying. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I don't know if you guys can hear this. Actually, I probably should check if I'm live. Let's do that. I don't know why YouTube banned me the first time. Actually, it's quite strange. Okay, we are live. Am I tripping? Let's do that. I don't know why YouTube banned me the first time. Boom. Live. Okay, we're good. Everything's going good. We are good. Okay. I'm going to start up the coverage on my what is very red com box. At the moment, I'm not set up. I don't have anything. Actually, to be honest, this is better. Let's listen. I hope you guys can hear this. I don't know if you guys can. Oh well. Oh no. Max Verstappen, oh my god, wait, no, where's my mic volume? Max Verstappen will very much be wanting to take back what is his at the end of last season. Here is my mic, just doesn't decide to work all of a sudden. That's epic. Okay, so Max Verstappen will be wanting to try and get revenge after last season. Let's see what he can do.
He's a star of today. He's got the speed, he's got the talent, and of course getting more and more experience.
Let's go.
He is flying out there.
Just because I'm calm doesn't mean that I'm not ruthless.
McLaren take over the lead of the Constructors' Championship.
Probably the most stressful afternoon of my life.
Surely someday the car will come for Oscar Piastri.
A DNF at this point would not be good.
Correct. You're a smart man.
McLaren are Constructors' Champions.
Both of you can win the Constructors' Championship. Only one person can win the Drivers' Championship.
And Piastri gets pole.
So just a little scream at my helmet. His first pole, I'm very confident in
what I can do myself.
Just dominant, totally in control. Beware the quiet man.
Absolutely flawless.
Oscar Piastri crosses the line now to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix and lead the Drivers' Championship.
Focusing on one weekend at a time, certainly not thinking about the championship yet.
I just don't think he gets phased or bothered by anything.
Another solid drive from this young man.
Let's go.
Fresh from Grand Prix victory just 5 days ago, Oscar Piastri arrives in Hungary with a 16-point buffer to his teammates. So Lando will be hoping to make amends for Belgium and head into the summer break with win number 5 of the season here in Budapest. Yes, making hot Budapest. A stark difference from last weekend in Belgium, and Martin Brundle, Jamie Chadwick alongside me. Just cast your mind back just a few days ago. Where was it won and lost?
It was a challenging race, wasn't it? I mean, we all lost out to an extent because the race never got underway for 1.5 hours. But when it did, it was solid. And obviously, it was all about the run up the hill on the first lap. Oscar took the lead and then had to adapt his strategy as soon as Lando went onto the hard compound tyres. And it was an intriguing race that never quite developed because Lando, pushing like crazy, had 2 or 3 errors and it just stopped him getting on the gearbox of his teammate. But another dominant performance from McLaren.
Ultimately, Jamie, do you think it was having to push that hard after that early overtake that forced him into making, or ultimately very costly mistakes in the whole scheme of things?
I think so. I think Spa's a little bit different to what we've seen previously. You saw this sort of lap 1 advantage in the Kemmel Straight and opportunity to overtake. And then, as we saw in the sprint after that, it was always quite difficult to get up close and ultimately, once you were close, to actually make any meaningful pass. So, in my opinion, I think Lando was on the back foot straight after even just the restart, to be honest. Lap 1 especially, just lacking that confidence in those tricky conditions, and then when it dried out, it was too little too late.
The momentum seemed to be swinging between them throughout the weekend, though. When Lando put it on pole, you felt like, oh, here we go, it's his advantage. But remind us, it isn't the best place to start the race, is it?
It's not, because you're punching a great big hole in the air as you climb up to Les Combes, although because it was a wet start, a rolling start as well, eventually. But I think Lando was a little bit behind Oscar on Friday, sorted it all out Friday night, and on Saturday in the sprint and then in qualifying really delivered some great laps. So there is very little between them, and it ebbs and flows on a weekend. Sometimes Lando, all the tides and moons and stars align and he's blisteringly fast and absolutely on it. But Oscar is so rock solid in his delivery, isn't he? So consistent, he's so confident, he's so calm, and that calm head when the pressure's really on in the closing stages, I think will be a great asset.
Yeah, that consistency has brought him 6 wins of the season so far, and with that, a 16-point advantage over Lando Norris in the championship, and it's increasingly looking like a 2-horse race, isn't it? With Max Verstappen, who just confirmed, by the way, that he will be with Red Bull next year, 81 points further back. Then it's George Russell in 4th on 157. Leclerc's podium in Spa takes him up to 139 in 5th. 30 points ahead of his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Alex Albon's 6th place in Belgium brings him up to 54 points in 8th, and Ocon rounds out the top 10 after points in last weekend's sprint. Bottom half looks like this: Gasly and Stroll tied on 20 points apiece, and Lawson, Alonso and Sainz equal on 16. Colapinto, the only driver yet to get off the mark on the current grid. And then in the constructors, McLaren, well, they're in a league of their own now. A huge 516 points, 268 ahead of Ferrari in 2nd. Mercedes staying 3rd on 220, with Red Bull 8 points further back. An 8-point spread covers Sauber in 6th to Haas in 9th. Alpine, despite Gasly's efforts, in last on 20. Okay, let's hear now from our title contenders, Oscar and Lando.
Well. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello. I could tell. I have a feeling that you weren't expecting me to go live on YouTube. No. I had a feeling. Well. I know. I appear. YouTube, no more banning me. It's over. No more banning. I now know not to sit there and just have a chill stream. Sit there. Welcome back. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. It's good to be back. It's good to not have to worry about streaming on Twitch. But as you can see, I'm in a different area because things just don't go my way. Things just don't go my way. Look at this. I'm in a different area. This is different. There's no green screen. I'm not pushing a green screen. This is not a green screen. None of this is a green screen. This is all set up. There's no green screen here. No, see? No, I'm not grabbing anything. No green screen. But I can put on the green screen if I really wanted to. But the old commentary box that I was using, the screens, the screens aren't working. So I'm having to relocate. I'm having to use my phone and watch off my bloody PC here. So I've relocated. I have relocated because I do not have a camera. So I'm watching off my screens here. So epic. And then I've got the live chat there, and there's a live chat there. So this is all what I'm. This is what I've committed to. Oh well, it's not bad though. Yeah, no, it's not bad because I don't know where my F1 track. Oh, there it is. I found my F1 track map book. There, but yeah, it's not a bad setup. I'm having to use this big speaker so you guys can actually hear the world feed for when I play it, which I was playing it the first 5 minutes of the world feed happening. But yeah, this weekend is going to be quite important for the two McLarens as they are in a championship fight. I wasn't able to stream Belgium last weekend. I was meant to go camping last weekend. Guess what? It was raining. This weekend, meant to go camping. Guess what? It's raining. So, no camping then. Sadly, no more content for camping. Well, there probably will be, but it'll be September before I get to do it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not convenient. My life is not working, Elizabeth. Everything's going downhill. Well, no. Was it cancelled? It wasn't cancelled. It was rescheduled. It was rescheduled. Yeah, so rescheduled is that. So unfortunate, but I can't do much about that. I really can't. It's actually thunderstorming outside. I'm glad I haven't cut. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I'm glad I haven't cut connection off the stream. To be honest, there's some dark, threatening clouds outside right now. I'm not liking it. I'm having to. Yeah. There's dark, threatening clouds. I'm having to look over my bloody PC screen. Can't see past it. Oh, yeah, just can see it. Okay. So yeah, FP1 is on track in a few minutes' time. I'm hoping. Let's listen to Max Verstappen and see what he had to say after the Belgium Grand Prix.
That actually can or should speak is not speaking. That's me. And I do that on purpose because it makes no sense to start throwing things around. And actually, that should be the same for everyone. Some people just like to stare at the pot. Some people just like to create drama. But for me, it's always been quite clear. And also for next year, I'm discussing with the team already the plans, the things that we want to change for next year. So that means that I'm also staying with the team for next year. And yeah, if my boat is next to Toto's, then the boat is next to Toto's. You can have a personal relationship with someone, even if you don't have a working relationship with someone.
So can you definitely hand the soap opera of the last few weeks?
I never made an opera. I don't like opera anyway. So I just like to go on holiday, have a good time. I like.
Max Verstappen putting his point of view out to the media. Now, of course, throughout the week in the Formula One world, we've had Max Verstappen keeping his seat at Red Bull. My opinion, he should have left. He complains about the car and about how the car isn't set up the way he likes it. Of course, Christian Horner in the recent past has left Red Bull, so it's not one-sided to Max Verstappen. not one-sided to Max, which is what it was really. I mean, this is my point of view. What I think, Max Verstappen was being one-sided. He had one side to Christian Horner. Yeah, that's my point of view. He was one-sided. Christian Horner was the team principal, really one-siding Max, setting the car up to Max. And then when another driver came in, for example, Yuki Tsunoda, who sits in that car now, is struggling with the car, and he can't drive it. So if Max can't drive the car, Yuki can't drive the car, why did Max stay? Why did Max stay? Now that's another good question. I have a theory about you secretly enjoying getting annoyed by me about cable whip vid. Otherwise it wouldn't be out. Theory. I have a theory that you secretly enjoy getting annoyed by me about cable whip vid. Otherwise it would be out. It is a little annoying. It is a little annoying. And I'm still questioning about that video and whether or not I don't know. I don't know, really. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, there's, I keep thinking about it. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I genuinely am overthinking it there. I'm just overthinking the fact, like, am I going to get questioned as to how I recorded the video? I feel that's my point of view. Am I going, I just feel like there's, I don't know. I don't know, really. Yeah. This cable whip thing it's, oh god, my speaker's low battery. God damn it. I mean, 24 hours and then delete it and forget about it. I guess. Yeah, I guess that's one way I can think about it. 24 hours. You know what? I'll do it. I'm doing it. Stuff it. Stuff what anybody thinks. You know what? I'm doing it. It's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. Stuff it. Nah, I'm doing it. Stuff what anybody thinks. Who cares? Who cares what anybody thinks? It's their opinion. Who cares? Who gives two ball about what anybody says about that? Who gives two ball? Who gives a ball? What anybody says. Stuff it. I'm uploading it. It's happening. Where's my notebook? Look at the amount of notes. Look at the notes I have. Look. There's so many notes. 80% of these notes are upload the cable whip, upload cable. It's right there, but I haven't done it. It's there. There's like upload cable whip, upload video, upload cable. It's there. Just 2 pages of it. What am I doing? Okay. Off topic. It's a little bit off topic, but it's something that needs to be talked about because I haven't uploaded it yet. Yeah. Thank you for the 2 videos. If you guys are enjoying them, hit like button, subscribe. Not too far away from first practice getting underway. I was on topic on Max Verstappen. I was on topic about Max Verstappen. We're going to head now down to the Sky Sports World feed. We're going to get their point of view of this weekend. They're standing outside the Merc garages. And Kimi Antonelli, of course, signing some autographs for people as well. Let's take it now down to the Sky Sports World feed.
I don't know what he's capable of achieving, but the trouble for Kimi is it's been so fast-tracked in a protected environment. He's got nothing to draw on now. It's getting tough. He's got nowhere to go to, no reference points. But There's got a lot of people rallying around him. He's got the raw talent, but they've just got to make sure his head doesn't spiral. They've gone back to the old rear suspension. It's quite clear that Mercedes have gone wrong somewhere in the last few races. They've got to backtrack and find out where. And hopefully he'll be up to speed here. But I know what it's like when you lose confidence. You tighten up in the car and you get too aggressive. It's like playing golf or a tennis swing. As soon as you tighten up, you lose that natural rhythm and the follow through, whatever. And it happens in the car. You over control it, and as soon as it starts sliding, when you're confident, you just don't care. When you're not, oh no. Or it starts to rain, and that's where your head needs to come through.
Well, one of those people rallying around him was Lewis Hamilton, of course, the man that he replaced at Mercedes. And Lewis's news this weekend was that his team boss, Fred Vasseur, his future has been confirmed with Ferrari. And that's clearly great news. So let's hear from the drivers as to him signing his new multi-year deal.
Okay, I'll get back to that interview, but I'm going to schedule those streams. I'm going to schedule those. What are we up to? What are we up to? 60 minutes? What was the last stream? 50? We're up to 60. Elizabeth, can you check? Is it 50 or 60? I think it's 60. What are we up to? I don't know. I think it's 60. I think it's 60. So I might do that Tuesday. Oh no, I have streams Tuesday. I have to record Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday. I can't do it. I can't do it Tuesday. Wasn't it 65? I think it might be. Yeah, I think it might be 60. Oh, yes, it was. It was 65. Yeah, because I had to. Yes, you are right. I had to schedule for 65 the first time. But I got banned from streaming because I decided to go live for just chatting stream. Man, I'm still pissed at YouTube for that. I'm still pissed at YouTube for that. But we move. We're back. So but yeah, today it's going to be a bit of a. It's going to be a back to reality check. You know, we're just gonna ease into it. We're not this stream's not gonna be serious until we hit Frecker when there's qualifying and all that sort of stuff. When it gets, yeah, I just remembered it. Oh, epic. So I'll schedule that this afternoon if I get time, or even tonight because it's like 3 p.m. for me. Pissing it down outside. This is actually the shirtless stream area. This is the shirtless stream. This is the shirtless stream box that I'm using at the moment. This is, yeah. And then my bed's right there. So, yeah. I know. There's that. I've actually got a room tour up on my channel at the moment. So, I've got a room tour up on my channel that you guys can go check out. But warning, it's cringe. It's ultimate levels of cringe if you go to watch it. It's ultimate levels of cringe. I think this whole top fans thing. Are you on my? Yes. Thank God. Okay, Elizabeth, you're my number one top fans. You're my number one top fans, Elizabeth. You're 75 XP. Epic. Epic. We're not too far away from FP1 though. For Formula 1, the Hungarian Grand Prix practice is coming up in 7 minutes time. Show the stream out here. I'm recovering from sickness, so that might have to be a special occasion. That might have to be a special occasion. I don't know. That's gonna have to be a special occasion. That's gonna have to be a special occasion. Well, I'm here 90% of streams. Yeah, the only times that you're not here is when I'm streaming early in the morning for me, like 9, 10 a.m. Because I think it's like even 11 a.m. It's 3 a.m. for you and you're asleep, so that's understandable. And if you do come, even better. I'm just giving you ideas. Yeah, I've actually, the one thing that I'm doing right now is before I started stream and before I set this all up, I started recording a push-up video. Yeah, saw you were streaming. I know. Did it pop up when you recommended? Epic! If it popped up when you recommended, I was sleeping. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, I was actually just recording a push-up video. And then I was like, probably should go live. Haven't gone live in a while. How many did you do? 12? I'm doing how many push-ups I can do in an hour. So I just started doing that. I just recorded 2 clips. 2 clips. I just finished recording those. So yeah. I just finished recording those 2 clips. And they were 12 each. So 6 each. 6 each. I got 12 so far. But so that means I'm 12 about 10 minutes in. So 10 minutes in. So yeah, it's not too bad. Not bad, yeah. For 2 clips. Yeah, I'm about 9 minutes in overall. Oh, I'd say probably, yeah, about 9-10 minutes. Oh, less. Much less, actually. No. How long were the clips, again? They were, so about 3 minutes. Daily push-up shorts. I might post a teaser. I might post a teaser short. I'm gonna post a teaser short at some point. I might do it once I get a bit further in. But yeah, I'm having actually to record that because I've gone back to school now. So I'm having, like, you know, to record as many videos as possible. So that's why I've gone to a weekly schedule because of the amount of videos I have. So yeah. But yeah, I'm about 3 minutes into that video. It'll be about. I want to try and make it as short as possible because I get more views from shorter videos. So I'm hoping it can be about a 15-minute video, maybe 20 minutes video, cut down. But we're about to get practice underway for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'll get back to you in a minute, Elizabeth. Let's head now down to the Sky Sports F1 commentators.
This first hour of practice 2 is at 3:35. And then we've got the F1 show at 5:15. Then tomorrow looks like this. Practice 3 at 11:15 with qualifying, an important one at 2:15. And then on Sunday we'll be on air at 12:30 with lights up for the Hungarian Grand Prix at 2 o'clock. Let's head up then to our commentary team of Anthony Davidson, Jamie Chadwick and Rachel Brooks.
I spoiled that, didn't I? Turn on the lights. And it's the Hungarian Grand Prix that we race at this weekend for the Formula 1. 75 years here this weekend. It's time for the Formula 1 Grand Prix of 2025. It is the Hungarian Grand Prix, Hungarian Grand Prix. This weekend, round 14, Budapest here in Hungary this week. And as you heard there from our host desk, it is qualifying. Tomorrow I've got Freca as well. But it's Hungary. 34.6 metres in elevation, 325 kilometres, 205 miles, and 1:16.2, the qualifying lap record around here. The tyres this weekend, we've got the C3, C4, and C5. First time in a while we've used these tyres. C3, the hard, C4, the medium, and the C5, the soft compound tyres. That soft, rubbery compound tyre here this weekend. Up next, though, for me, for the whole streaming side of things, it will be F2, Formula 2, which is the support race for the FIA Formula 1 World Championship. But up in the com box, it is Rachel Brooks, Jamie Chadwick, and Anthony Davison up in the com box. And you also joined with me as well. So just in case, we've got Rachel Brooks, Jamie Chadwick, and Anthony Davison up in the com box. But practice 1 and practice 2 today. I've got practice 2. I'll probably do double. I'll probably do practice 1 and practice 2 in this stream. So you're going to get double of me. Because I'm on a tight schedule. I've got this. I've got practice 2. I've got Formula 2. Then I've got FRECA. Then I've got practice 3. Then I've got tomorrow morning FRECA. Then Italian F4. Then Formula 1 practice. Then qualifying for Formula 1. Then Formula 2 sprint. Then followed by the... I think I can do Formula 2 sprint at some point today. I think I can do that today. If I get time. So you guys are going to see a lot of me throughout the next couple of hours. And for you, Elizabeth, it'll just get earlier. It'll just get later and later in the day before I actually wrap up for the day. But this is first stream of today. Once I finish coughing. But yeah, practice 1 about to get underway here. So a bit of a laid back stream here. Now, big news. Crazy schedule. I think absurd schedule. It's absurd. So yeah, Elizabeth, you're gonna see about 2 hours and 20 minutes of me because I'm gonna do double. I'm gonna do practice 1 and practice 2. Yeah, crazy schedule. Here I was. This is absurd. Tomorrow, I've also got a 5-hour stream to do. You heard me. 5 hours. I know. 5 hours. And it's cause yes. So this leads on to topic. This leads on to a good topic actually. You know, Elizabeth, do you know the Goodwood Festival of Speed? 1, have you went? 2, do you know about it? 3, do you even know it was on? 3 questions to you. Whilst the delay is on, I'm going to get to my point. There's now apparently there's this now, and that why V8 Sleuth didn't tell me is beyond me. And why it wasn't put up on their Facebook page earlier on, but you know, we live. There's the Winton Festival of Speed, which is in Australia. It's in Queensland, in Australia. So that's on. That's a problem because, well, actually, that's not really a problem. It is a problem because one doesn't fit into my schedule quite well, and it starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm thinking maybe start it from 1 p.m. Make it go through until about 5 p.m. when FRECA qualifying starts. And then go from there. So that's what my plan is. So it's going to be about 4 or 5 hour stream, depending on whether or not I just lost my train of thought. What happened? I just lost my train of thought completely. Completely just lost my train of thought. But green flag at the end of the pit lane. Green light at the end of the pit lane. And practice is now gotten underway. But I've lost my train of thought. I'm unable to think. My brain is not braining. Which is a real problem now. Because I was on topic. I had it. I had it there. It was there. It was there. I just totally lost my train of thought. God. Oh my lord. Wow. How can a human lose that much train of thought in that period of time? It was something about I don't even know what it was about anymore. I'm lost. I'm lost for words. I am lost for words. Words are lost. Words are flipping lost. Lost for words. Indeed. Lost for words. So yeah, Fernando Alonso will be out in FP1 due to a back injury. So the Aston Martin driver there, Fernando Alonso, will be out in FP1. Unknown as to if or whether or not he will be in for FP2 or FP3 or even the rest of the weekend will be known to be classified very, very soon. So, yeah, so Fernando Alonso will be out in FP1. Ouch, 4 hours of streaming. Well, I mean, You know what? It's going to be mostly done by the world feed that's there. It's up in Winton, so I'm not going to be there, of course, because I would have left today to get there if I was to go there. But, 4 hours of streaming tomorrow. But yeah, it might fit into my schedule, quite surprisingly. It might just fit into my schedule, because I would have done Frecker. I've got Italian. What am I doing? Okay. No, you know what? It's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I've got Italian F4. God damn it, do I have a quarter? I don't know. Because I've got Frecker. Then I'm just going to have to delay F1. I'm going to have to stream Italian F4 1 hour earlier. I'm going to have to push everything 1 hour earlier. Which is not convenient. At its slightest, but we live. We live. We live and we learn. I was about to ask, where's Thomas? But now that I think of it, he's probably sleeping. He's probably sleeping now that I think of it. And as I say that, we've gone up to 3 viewers. So, Thomas, if you're here, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Probably good morning. So, good morning, Thomas. Hope you're having a splendid morning. I'm not having a splendid afternoon or a splendid day, to be honest. It's raining and my first commentary box is broken. Awesome. Everything down there is broken. Not everything. There's one screen that works. So yeah, that's my life crisis. That's a life crisis and a half. Indeed. Chat. Elizabeth, Thomas, whoever's here, throw questions at me. I need questions. I need questions, because there's not much going on track at the moment. I mean, there's cars out on track, but nobody's going to set a representative that time. I will have something to eat. Okay, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. I should probably get a drink of water, actually, because my throat feels quite dry. We have a few Lando Norris fans up there in the grandstands. A few Lando Norris fans. Cheering on there. Lando Norris sitting second in BRB in 30. Okay. See you soon, Elizabeth. So George Russell there saying, feels like a brakes feel long and spongy. That's not good. Really, that's not good. If you have long and spongy brakes, that's never a good thing. That's normally never a good thing. Here, so first practice is underway for Formula 1. I don't have water with me, so that's starting to actually become a huge problem, because my throat is getting quite dry. So yeah, I'm hoping my throat doesn't die before I die. Lando Norris, 119.3, 119.4 goes to the top of the session. Here saw 119.4 there for Lando. More McLaren fans are lining the grandstands, lining the pit walls and all that sort of stuff, and that, I think that's a pretty good VIP spot to be watching from. That is in the Mercedes garage. Holy, that would be a very good spot to watch, with all the timing screens and, even better, all the watch along. Oh, don't die. Now is not the time to die. George Russell setting quite fast purple sectors. He's about a second up through the first 2 sectors, and is soon to go on to improve here and go to the top of the session. But yeah, Max. I'm going to go a bit on. It's going to be on topic. Here, but as George Russell now goes to the top by nearly 3/10 over the 2 Mercs. Not 2 Mercs, the 2 McLarens. It's 3/10 to the 2 McLarens there. 119.1 plays 119.4. So that's not bad, if I do say so myself, for George Russell, showing maybe that Merc has a bit of pace in the first 5 minutes of this session. 7 minutes gone now. Still got quite the session to come. here. I might have to go grab a water bottle in a minute. I might even have to go grab a glass of water, to be honest, because my throat is quite dry. But Ollie Bevan, personal best to the first and second sector. My speaker's going to die. This is going to be bad. Chat, we have a problem. Life crisis. World crisis. Repeat, this is... Oh, God. Oh, life crisis. Life crisis. I repeat, there's a world life crisis happening. Life crisis solved. We're good. We're not solved. Solved. Life crisis solved. Oh, give me a second while I move this closer. And now I've a little bit shortened in margin. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's a 100% fine. Like maybe, is it worth it to use a tinier speaker? Maybe I might use a tinier speaker. There's that. Oh my lord, I just come up with a big brain idea. Okay, it's fine. You know what? This is all fine. This is all going perfectly to plan. It's all going perfectly to plan.
Set up, but they do a lot of mileage here actually with tyre testing.
It's all going to plan. That's if it will go to plan. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's all just plugged in. It's all now falling over. This is not ending well. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have a plan. I have a plan. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. We have changed material.
Bluetooth mode.
I know. A clock that has Bluetooth. Okay, which one is it? Come on. I think it's that one. Touche. Touche. Don't worry. You know what? That's fine. Boom. No. Touche. Chat, it's a talking speaker. Okay? Don't mind it.
Connected.
Awesome. It's connected. It's what we like to see. It's okay. You know what? It's fine. We're back. We're not back. Because now the world feed's lagging. Awesome. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
If you can excel here on this track, then
It's a good
that's
sign.
a good message for other teams. Because
There we go. We're good. Life crisis solved. Okay, we've changed speakers. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're so back. I might have to actually move the camera closer. There we go. Gazzy saying no power over the radio. So that's a problem. Gazzy saying understood. Please box and we will figure the problem out. On that car, that Alpine does not seem to have very good durability lately. It's become a bit of a struggle for them. It really has for that poor old Alpine. But saying there that car has no power, which is a bit of a problem. That probably is a ECU maybe. Maybe the battery's dead inside the car, which isn't a it's not a tricky thing to repair. It's really you just have to try and find the battery inside the car and replace it. Lewis Hamilton's now gone to the top, 118.7. Let's send it down to the world feed while I go get a drink.
They're going in, but it's tricky. He's had the next most podiums to Piastri and Norris, even though I said to him, it doesn't feel like the season's been that good. And he said, no, it kind of doesn't feel like it's been that good, but I have had the most podiums after them, and they've got outright the fastest car.
It's kind of that best of the rest
Yeah.
group, isn't it? It's a funny one with Shark. It's either right up there in the sharp end and results like we saw at Spa, or kind of a bit of away in a drift and you don't notice it so much. I was surprised. He said he doesn't really go that well at this track. I always thought this was a bit of a driver's track and all the drivers loved it, but he said for some reason, not one he's always gelled with, just never really seemed to have got results at this pace. So
maybe not coming in with that much confidence already into this weekend isn't going to help either. Well, Norris goes top of the times with a 1:17.6, going quicker still. If you want to go on board with any of our 20 drivers, you can do so. It's very simple. All you need to do is to download the Sky Sports app on your phone or tablet device. Scan this QR code. That's the easiest way to do it. Once you're there, log in with your Sky ID and head to the Sky Sports F1 channel. You can listen to their team radio as well. Just choose your driver. Sky Glass, Sky Q and Sky Stream customers. You can access this via the button on your remote control, the interactive button on your remote control. As Kevin always let her fight with the car through there.
Yeah, it's always uncomfortable through turn 2, 3, and especially when it's quite green out there. Bortoleto, by the way, winner of the F2 Championship last year, and Aaron in 3rd place. So they were fighting each other last year, now out there driving for the same team in FP1.
So, everyone medium and hards at the moment. We're looking at this. Actually, I'd like to ask Bernie Collins a question. We've sent her down to the pit lane, so hopefully we'll be able to get hold of Bernie, because this race is a 2-stopper. I know one driver did a 1-stopper last year. Was it Yuki Tsunoda? But finished 16th, 17th, somewhere around there, and it was 17th in the end. Didn't work out. So, because you can't overtake here, you have to try and find something else to make your race if you don't qualify well, right?
Exactly, you need to find a way through on strategy. The undercut's very powerful. We kind of inadvertently saw that last year, or McLaren accidentally undercutting their race leader with Oscar and Lando. So strategy plays a big part. I think conditions in previous years has been a big thing. I'm thinking about Esteban Ocon winning here when it was raining in tricky conditions. So I think it's 30%, did you say, chance of rain? So let's see.
It's been moving around, the weather. Actually, I know someone who will know exactly what the weather's going to do this weekend, because it was involved as part of your job, wasn't it, Bernie Collins? Bernie Collins is down at the pit lane for us. I had the question for you originally, Bernie, on strategy, because it's so hard to overtake here. People sometimes do what might look like strange things. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to have to shelter my mic because we're right beside Alpine and they've just come into the pit box. But yeah, teams do try and do something different with strategy here. Try and stop a little bit earlier. But last year we seen many at the back of the field stopping too early. And that pit stop meant they really suffered with high tyre degradation at the end of the race. So there is something to be gained by stopping early. You gain track position. But can you hold on to that tyre at the very, very end of the race? And that's an important balance for teams and drivers to get right, and one to watch out for. And something to watch out for today, the more long run data, the more that you can understand how long a tyre can run in the final stint of the race, allows you confidence when you're trying to stop early.
And Bernie, just on that, I just wanted to ask you a quick question about the weather forecast and what you've seen for the weekend ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It seems to change every time I look at it, to be honest, Rachel. There's a little bit of saying that Saturday might have some risk of thunderstorms. That seems a bit consistent. And then Sunday, even a higher chance of rain. Maybe not as thunderstormy as Saturday, but a higher chance of more consistent rain. So a lot, very mixed up here in Budapest. And everyone's watching what might go on.
Sorry, Norris, another second ahead again, those 7 tenths.
Correct. 1 second.
Now, where is that 1 second?
Then 5, 8 and 9, main losses.
That's going to be hard for Lewis Hamilton to hear around this circuit, where he's got his 8 wins, of course, the most successful driver around here, 3 with McLaren and 5 with Mercedes. Bernie was just down there at Alpine just now. They've let me know that there's nothing serious on Pierre's car. But as she was saying, though, that long run data that you're trying to get in this session is crucially important for you for the race, and he's missing laps until he can get back out again.
Absolutely, a big snap there for George in between 6 and 7 on that curve. Just not liking that. He's kind of gone in, and there is already screaming at him. This is the time to be feeling that. Obviously, the track's quite green, a bit unrepresentative. Lewis, they're interesting, losing a lot of time in long radius corners. Obviously, you spend a lot of time in those corners, but 5, 8 and 9, 8, 9, the sort of long change of direction. That's got to not feel like a great radio message, finding out you're a second off in only 3 corners. So he's very good at this track as well. He's got a really good history here. I think he's someone that doesn't know how to drive this circuit, so we'll hope to find that in the car balance at some point.
How much confidence or how much of a boost, Anthony, could he have taken from that result in Spa? I know the timing of that pit stop was massively helpful. But how much of a boost is it to climb that many places? And can he take any of that in here, or is it just a completely different weekend, different track, different situation?
I think he made up most of his ground, didn't he, when the race was wet at the start.
Yeah.
And he continued to have good race pace afterwards, but got a bit stuck at some point, as did the man we're watching on screen at the moment as well, Kimi Antonelli. Some teams decided to run higher downforce, expecting more rain. Antonelli was one of them, and could only take it so far after the wet weather had dispersed and we could get on with some dry running. But unfortunately that halted their progress. Lewis was exactly the same, so I don't know if he can take any positives from that. I think he'd still be looking to what happened in qualifying mainly, the mistake in Eau Rouge and Raidillon going all four wheels over the white line and having his time deleted when he would have got through to Q3. That was the big blow, and then you're on more than just the back foot going into the race. So he'll be looking for, globally speaking, a smoother weekend without any mistakes, and it starts right now. And those initial radio messages, you got a second to find around some tricky corners like turn 8 and turn 9, as Jamie was saying. That's an area where you need a lot of confidence in your car and familiarity in your car, which he's still trying to unlearn all that stuff he's built on over the years at Mercedes. So it's fascinating for me to see as a driver that it can even happen to a 7-time world champion. And it really showcases that Formula 1 is at such a high level, as you'd expect from any top sport. Any sport, the good people make it look easy. And it's the same for F1 drivers.
Speaking to him yesterday, and I said, this is a track that's been great for you, and he said, but I've been at other tracks that have been great for me and it hasn't been a great weekend. So it's just the year he's going through right now.
I wonder if it's anything worse, because he knows for so many years he's had a car that he knows and understands, and what switch changes work in certain corners. He's had little tricks up his sleeve in a car that was so familiar, to then now being something that does seem different is a challenge. Albon, purple sector 1 on a hard tyre seems to be pretty strong for the Williams as well.
Let's see how he gets on the rest of this lap, Anne.
Yeah, so anyone that puts a set of new tyres on at this stage, regardless of the compound, is going to respond well from more rubber going down all the time, the track clearing itself as the cars continue to circulate. But Albon really looking like he's got the bit between the teeth early on here. And a very different track, of course, to that where we were last week in Spa. The car feels different. It's got a lot more downforce than Spa, where the car feels awkwardly light at some stages. Here, it's quite nice to do it this way round. Stepping up in grip is always easier than taking grip away for these drivers. And it looks like Albon's thoroughly enjoying having that feeling under him in the car. Goes second fastest for now, but he got stuck in there. Good to see.
Yeah, and the car looked like it was responding well as well to his inputs, wasn't it?
It did. I think their Achilles heel this year has really been the car overheating, and they've had to make some modifications on select aero packages. I don't know which one, or whether it's multiple aero packages where they need to rework the cooling of the car, but that has led to some problems, technical issues, I think, regarding the power unit in some races. So I think that's been their Achilles heel this year, something they want to eradicate for next season.
As you say, times dropping all the time, time getting quicker all the time here. Charles Leclerc just goes quickest in the Ferrari on the medium tyres with a 1:17.4. Mix of tyres throughout the top 10. So.
Okay, so we've got 40 minutes left in this session. And luckily I cut off when I did, because Sky Sports decided to do an ad, which is not handy. Not handy at all. Not handy. I might actually just go ahead and we're just gonna skip these, because we don't want ads. Not in this world, at least. Not I don't. At least I don't. At least I don't want to see ads. Not here. No ads, please. Go away. No ads. 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 No, there we go. Very good. Very good. Okay. So yeah, we've got about 36 minutes to go in this session. Lewis Hamilton over the radio. Saying over the radio there, the car doesn't feel good there from Lewis, which is probably setup related as well. Being this track a bit higher downforce than what Spa was, at least. So Spa and Hungaroring, different in terms of downforce, different in terms of grip as well. The grip level is so much more different. This circuit known to be a bit lower grip level. This circuit, but yeah, 35 minutes to go. I've just pulled out my F1 track map book. I'm just trying to revise some of the circuits I've got to go through today. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, I've got quite the schedule with Brecker and Italian F1. I hope you guys can be there as well for that stream. That would be quite epic indeed. So we've got about 35 minutes to go. In this one, I'll send it down to Bernie Collins in the pit lane.
On Yuki's car, which is the one directly behind me, if you look at the gap between the S of Visa and the top of the rear wing, and then hopefully Lee, my cameraman, can come down with me to Verstappen's car, and when you look at that same gap between the I and the S of Visa to the top of the rear wing, it's significantly deeper on Verstappen's car, and that shows that Verstappen is running the new front wing, a higher downforce front wing, specifically for Hungary. This is a high downforce track. You need all the loads you can get. So Verstappen is trialling that front wing. And additionally, now we can see on the front right, the guys working on that brake drum, they've opened the cooling on the brakes on the front of this Red Bull as well. Seems to not all be going exactly on Verstappen's car. They're just having a little look around it. But this is a circuit that demands a lot of cooling because of the high temperatures and the load that's going through the brakes. So a bit of work going on here, nothing to be worried about. It is a new part that they've put on the car for now, but the big difference just being those two front wings and the depth of that top element on the front wings.
Great, thank you very much, Bernie. Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
Indeed, thank you, Bernie, there. But as the Sky Sports F1 commentators were saying a few moments ago, of course, this circuit is 4.3 kilometers, 2.73 meters in mileage around this circuit. Fuel burn isn't too bad around here. Formula One doesn't really talk about fuel burn around here. It's not a big factor in terms of fuel burn because there's no refueling in Formula One anymore. And I remember stories from I keep seeing stuff pop up on Formula One, like stuff like old races, and they refuel, and it's almost strange. It really is. It's almost strange to see that refueling happening. But back to the whole the winning side of things, when the recent success from around here, 2014, Daniel Ricciardo winning in that Red Bull, very successful that year for Daniel Ricciardo. 2015 went to Sebastian Vettel. So the first 3 years it was very mixed. Of course, been racing here since 2014 or less. There's a yellow flag out on the circuit at the moment. That is a problem for one of the Kick Sauber cars. That is Paul Allen saying he's got a systems critical alarm. Stop the car, Paul, stop the car. So this is going to be a red flag here for all the teams to try and get that car out of the way, because that is not in a very safe spot. That actually, I think it's a virtual safety car. VSC to try and push that car back behind the barrier. But at least we won't go red flag. It should just be a push behind that barrier there. Yeah, the cars are heavy, but it shouldn't be that heavy, just for 2 or 3 marshals to push that car behind the barrier there. Rolling that tyre. There, sorry about that, Paul. Over the radio there. So this will take probably a minute or two to try and push that car back. So poor Paul Aaron. They're currently sitting down in P20, and you'll see there on the dash, he's probably got that alert there on the dash. He's actually not too far away from the pit lane. He could have drove that car back to the pits. He's literally, he's at turn 13, so he could have drove that car back. That's Stephen Petrick, the race engineer for Nico Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg not in the session, but the VSC now ending, and the FIA there doing, or the Marshals doing a good job to push that car back behind the barrier for Gabriel Bortoleto. If anything, he could have actually stopped that red flag from coming out by just probably pushing that car further forward, or rolling that car a bit further forward. But that was at turn 13, just before the pit lane, so he maybe could have drove that car back to the pits, but better to be safe than sorry than having something blow up inside that car and have it a bit worse. But the DRS straights, he is down through turn 1. Only one DRS straight, and that is because the amount of cornering around this circuit, the left and right, especially through 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and even 12. So the max speed you get out of DRS this weekend is 308 kilometers an hour. So that DRS detection point will be quite important indeed. So the DRS detection point is just before turn 14. You actually acquire that DRS. So that's interesting. I don't know how it's interesting. I guess it's a bit too dangerous, but you could possibly put a DRS detection point between 11 and 12. So turn 11 and turn 12, you could possibly put a DRS detection point there. But it's probably a bit too unsafe, because as you carry your speed into turn 12, it's actually a not really a sharp right-hander, but it's a fast right-hander that if you carry too much speed, especially with DRS, there's a barrier. There's barriers all around this circuit. You could possibly have a suspension arm ripped off that car quite easily if you have that DRS detection point through 11 and 12. But the only one detection point around this circuit, and that is out of turn 14. Well, actually, as you enter turn 14, DRS detection point opens, and you can try and maximize that there. Turn 1, of course, being really the slowest corner on the circuit. Turn 1, not very often we see that. That's really, you only see that at Spa, Bahrain, and I think, what else? Spa, Bahrain, Hungary. And would you count, yeah, I count Red Bull Ring as well. No, Red Bull Ring. No, not Red Bull Ring. So no, I actually wouldn't recount that as the Red Bull Ring. What about? There's not many corners. There really isn't. There really isn't. You've got Monaco, which that you don't really see many slow corners around there. Imola being a fast circuit. I've got a stream on that a bit later on today. Miami. Oh, turn 1 Miami. That's a half slow speed corner. But, yeah, there you go. So, not many circuits around here that you get slow speed turn 1 corners. Not many at all, really. But, yeah, that DRS detection point there as you exit turn 14. So, Lando Norris though leads this session 1:16.837 over Leclerc on a 17.1, and then Carlos Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Alex Albon, Franco Colapinto, Liam Lawson, Isaac Hadjar, Max Verstappen, and George Russell in position 10. So position 10 there for George Russell. Lewis Hamilton out there on the soft tyres. We're going to get a bit of a soft tyre on now. These soft tyres probably won't be you won't have the best conditions for these soft compound tyres, where it's around about midday over there in Hungaroring. So, yeah, it's probably the hottest part of the day, but there's not as much sunlight down. There's not as much UV on the circuit, so that might make the track a little bit quicker in terms of the rubber not getting too hot that's been laid down on the circuit from, for example, Formula 3 or Formula 2, because they had their practice session a bit earlier on before this, so it might not make the rubber that's on the circuit a bit too hot. When that rubber gets hot that's laid on the circuit, it gets quite greasy, that rubber. It's on the circuit, and it can be quite slippery, so the track can get quite slippery when there's too much sunlight on the circuit, but that might not really affect things now. But Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, both of the Ferraris, doing quite fast times. Leclerc's just done a 16.79 as Hamilton heads through turn 14 now. On the exit, get the power down, open the DRS up to P3. Max Verstappen in P10 at the moment, personal best first and second sector. The time to pit is a 16.7. Verstappen heading through turn 14. At the moment, using that exit curb, trying not to bottom out over that. Max Verstappen up at a P4, only 4 tenths off the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Alex Albon, the personal best first and second sector. Here we heard that Alex Albon seemed quite comfortable inside that car. It's not a bad thing to have happen to you in free practice 1, especially. So it's not bad indeed to have a fast car in FP1. I wouldn't say fast, but it's somewhat a good car. You don't know how fast your car is until you hit FP3, really, or even qualifying. That's when the true pace and that's when the track is a bit better. It's a bit more rubbered in as well. So probably won't see that until a bit later on in the weekend. We won't know who's really quick around here. Turn 1, hairpin around this circuit. The slowest corner on this circuit, actually. Turn 14 will be slow as well. There's another yellow flag out there on the circuit. Turn back to green immediately. So we'll see just the car slowing up a little bit. And then Norris has gone purple through that first sector there. He's 200ths up. And continuing to improve now. Hoping he can improve as he runs through the chicane. Purple first sector. I'm going to guess there's going to be a purple second sector here. He's 200ths up. What's good, SR the Goat? How are you? How are we? Welcome to the stream. No, it's now half a second up through the second sector there. And he's on par at the moment, or better than Leclerc at the moment. I'm great. What about you? I am doing well. I am doing well. Glad you are doing well as well. I've led Norris to the line now. He's 7 tenths up. He's just done the fastest lap of the session. 1:16.052 to go to the top of this session. Here with 20 minutes to go in this one. Who's your favourite driver? Hello. Hello. Really good. I was on a roll then. I really was. Really good. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've actually lost my train of thought once again. That happened to me earlier on the stream. Okay, there you go. Who's my favourite driver? Mine's Max. Oh, I mean, there's... What's your opinions on Max staying at Red Bull? Sure, I don't reckon he should have stayed. There was options there for him not to stay, really. There was options there. He says every weekend that the car's not drivable. So, why is he staying? Why is he staying? just so you know, I started supporting him before 2021. Wow. So that was before COVID. Yeah, my favourite driver, probably Piastri. Before I got into F1, I liked him just because of his name. Max Verstappen. Yeah, because you hear the name Max Verstappen, champion of the world, and you're like, oh, he's a cool guy. Then started supporting him. Yeah. Oh, cool name, cool guy. Support him. That's the way it goes in this world. You hear someone's name, you think they're epic, and guess who's back? Oh, Harrison. Harrison. Oh my god, it's just started absolutely pooping it down outside right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Honestly, I would have wanted him to go to Merc, but I mean, you can't do a lot. Yeah, you can't do a lot. I mean, I reckon Max should have went to Merc as well. He had, the option was open. Toto Wolff would have totally taken it. You finally got unbanned. Wow. Okay, that's only because I just wanted to do a chatting stream. Holy poo, it's pooping it down outside. Yeah, that's not good. I don't think that's good. So if my stream starts lagging, I have my excuses. I think it's hailing. Holy poo, it's hailing. I'm live and it's currently hailing. I'm bored and played F1. I'm bored and playing Rugby League 26. Bye. Goodbye to you as well. Goodbye. Hope you have a good day, Harrison. Yeah. I reckon, yeah, back to my conversation with, what's his name? I can't open the chat. Oh, let me open the, there we go. Yeah. So happy. Okay, scroll up. Honestly, I would have wanted to go to Merc, but you can't do a lot. Yeah, you can't do a lot. I mean, Max probably will. There was options there. Toto Wolff totally would have wanted him. But, I guess, yeah, you can't do much about that. I mean, there was actually a few other seats open. Maybe he could have gone to Ferrari. Next year. Maybe. Next year, Ferrari. Because there's rumours going around that Hamilton might retire. So rumours going around there that he might go to Ferrari. He could have gone to Ferrari because Hamilton could have been retiring. And there's maybe even Drugovich. There's also more rumours going around that Felipe Drugovich might be going to. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how Red Bull does without the new with the new regulations. Yeah, we'll see how Red Bull goes. If they don't do well, they might have to leave. Yeah, that's the best option. He should have done that in the first place. That's the thing. He should have done that in the first place. He should have left Red Bull. But he didn't. Anyways, he has more years in F1. Yeah. He definitely does. I mean, he probably has goals to complete. Probably, yeah. But there was an interview on the pre-show that I played, and he seemed he put his point of view out to it. I'll play it at the end of the stream because I've got FP1 to do and FP2, so I'm going to do it both in these streams. But he put his point out as well. What's good, McCheese Gun? Yo, what did I miss? McCheese Gun. You didn't miss much, but that is an interesting name. Hello, McCheese Gun. Oh, hello, Lightning as well. Hello. I'm sorry for yelling Lightning. I didn't mean that. I really didn't. And please don't Thunder either, because you can break my stream. Hello, haha. Hello, McCheese Gun. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Well, you didn't miss much. We're 15 minutes to go, and I'm currently hating the Lightning and the Thunder right now, because I feel like my stream might crash. And I don't have Elizabeth here. And I sort of want to die. If, for you guys that are wondering. For the new viewers in the stream. Elizabeth is one of my mods, and she normally just keeps an eye on the stream for me. And she's not here. So, RIP. But, can't do much about that. Yeah, but if Red Bull doesn't perform next season within the regulation gap, if they don't perform, definitely gonna have to leave. But also depending with like really if and I was just thinking about this as well. Like if Max was to leave, pretty confident in Piastri winning this weekend. Yeah, I mean Piastri has no other reason not to win. All right, then I gotta go. Okay, see you later. Thank you, SR the Great. See ya, SR the Great. Thank you for joining. Great talking to you. Goodbye. See you later. But yeah. So I mean, there's options. There's definitely options there for like I don't know. Like there's Cadillac. Like I don't know. But I was on topic. I had something I was talking about. Felipe Drugovich, who's filling in for Fernando Alonso. There were rumors there saying that I mean Fernando he needs to go. Fernando just needs to leave. He just needs to retire. Think of the one like. But I think he just needs to go, to be honest. But he's out in FP1 here, so because of course back issues do tend to come first, or even human health tends to come first in those situations. So yeah, we'll see what happens heading into FP2 and see if he actually does jump back in the car. But yeah, it should be interesting. Just skipping these ads because the ads are they're a little bit annoying. They're not the most best thing to have on your screen. Go away ads. Thank you. Perfect timing. But yeah, there's I reckon Felipe. On cue, Felipe Drugovich. Replay there of him just locking up. I think that's down into turn number 1. That tight hairpin. So yeah, it's Felipe might go to Cadillac. I mean, he's not in Formula 2. Big lock up there as well for Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari. Yeah, but Liam Lawson as well in the RB, getting a bit distracted by the traffic. Nearly drove into Isaac, so it's not exactly handy there for Isaac Hadjar. Or for the other RB driver as well. But yeah, so I reckon with what if depending on, I mean, if Fernando doesn't join back in FP2, keep Felipe in the car. Oh, there's a big flat spot now on Lewis Hamilton's tyre. That is a big flat spot there on Lewis Hamilton's tyre, on that right front tyre. Big flat spot. That is a big problem, and that was on the right front as well. So, not which would have needed. But of course, last race had a bit of a heroics race. Started 18th, finished 7th. So, good race there from Lewis. Saying there a lot of front locking, what seems to be. That looked to be front locking there from Lewis's point of view. This is Leclerc, who's out on track at the moment. 10.5 minutes to go. Yeah, so still got 10th of the session to go. Get it? 10 minutes. 10. Ah, so funny. No pun intended. No pun intended in that. There really wasn't. But yeah. So yeah, FP1 going quite well at the moment. Track is just sort of calmed down a little bit. Not much happening at the moment. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 8, 10 cars in the pit. Leclerc finishing 3rd in Belgium for the third consecutive season. There, Charles Leclerc. So yeah, doing a good job last weekend. Brian Bonzi, the race engineer for Leclerc. Max Verstappen on that soft tyre that's sent it now up to the sports team.
You lose loads of time as well as the car getting lapped. So it's a lot of pressure on everybody that this circuit creates.
Interesting, Isaac Hadjar then Racing Bulls there has put his car between the two Ferraris. It looks like it was a great lap from him, 1:16.6 on the soft tyres. He's impressive.
He's so impressive. I mean, maybe unfairly, I didn't expect much from him this year. I'm quite happy to admit I was wrong, completely wrong. And he's really surprised. I don't think it's just me that he's surprised this year. He's consistently impressed and placed that car into positions where you think, well, I wonder how good this kid could be if you put him into a better team.
Don't say it.
I'm not saying the Red Bull, but
don't put him in the Red Bull team.
You have to give him time. Also, makes you wonder how good the Racing Bulls car is. What if you put Max in the car? Maybe he wins the championship.
We have discussed this, whether or not you stick Max in the Racing Bulls for a weekend and see what happens. I have to say, though, that the other thing that's impressed me about Isaac is his bouncing back from the, we saw what happened in Australia. He bounced back. When he crashed in Monaco, he bounced back. He has this fantastic mental strength, I think, that is going to do him so well.
He's matured so much, especially looking at him from F2, F3 to F2. You see these sort of outrages. I think he laughs at them now when he watches some of his radio messages from previous years back. And it's just incredible how he's kind of come into this season. And he made a huge leap from last year, because I was kind of on a similar wavelength to you, because you saw him in FP1s and things, and it looked hard for him. It looked like he was struggling with the level of, or the step that F1 was from where he was in F2. And he's just come in this year and he's just consistently in that sort of top 7, top 8. And it's really surprised me, but it's exactly what you say. It's the consistency, it's the mentality that he's got. He's kind of battered out these little tantrums that he used to have, and he's just able to consistently improve and just be very, very level, which has been impressive.
And he's such a lovely guy as well. It's very funny and a lovely guy. We need to do some more features with him, because he's brilliant.
I've got a feeling we're going to have the time in the future to do more features with him, because he's going to be around for a long time.
Oh, okay. I wondered if you were. I didn't know what you were saying.
No, because he's. I believe he's that good.
He's got a long future.
Yeah. I think without question, rookie of the season. And I mean, obviously we're just over halfway mark. A lot can change, but so far I'd say he's my rookie of the season. And I never thought I'd be saying that after the end of last year, where he had his go in the Red Bull in Abu Dhabi and spun at turn 6, 7 chicane, and then kind of blamed himself a lot and seemed really downbeat. And then we had Australia at the start of this year, and I was thinking, yeah, this fits what I assumed might happen from his F2 career. And then since then, just skyrocketed.
Do you think, in the same way that Yuki would benefit from having Laurent Mekies there with him now at Red Bull, Isaac's going to miss him at Racing Bulls?
I don't know. I think he's done enough now, and he feels at home there, that I think a change of team principal won't really impact him. That relationship he's building with his engineer as well seems to be going really well. Every time I'm in race control and I hear them on the radio together, it's quite fluid. It works very well for them.
That driver and engineer relationship, we started the season and Lewis was getting used to a new race engineer at Ferrari, and actually at the last race in Spa, if you listened to his team radio on that lap where he did pit in the end, it started off with, what do you think, do you want a box? No, I don't want to do it. And then throughout the rest of that lap, the conversation they had between them really shows how much that relationship's grown.
Absolutely, and it's critical, that relationship, and naturally when you see changes, and kind of alluded it to it earlier with GP and Max, they're like they're in the car with you, and the feedback they give you, the way they convey messages. There's often big cultural differences as well, language barriers, all these different factors that play into how communication is from the pit wall to the driver, and understanding that fluidly, that when you're doing the speeds that they're doing and trying to think of everything else in the car, it's not something that they have to overthink. They know exactly what's being asked of them, and it can take time to develop, but it seems like a very strong relationship already.
Gabby not in the car, Gabby Bortoleto. Did it look at just at the end of that shot? Was he getting ready to get back in? There's only 5 minutes left to run. I know it's a short lap, but...
Bortoleto, yes.
15 laps he's done.
Versus Aaron's 9. Some other drivers out there were looking low to mid-20s. The laps they've accumulated through the session of FP1. So Bortoleto is on the lower side of that. Yeah, he's done, apart from his teammate, the least amount of laps with 17. So I wonder what's going on down there at Sauber and whether they've pulled Bortoleto's car in because of the problem with Aaron's.
They want to investigate, maybe just check it's not something on both cars. Lando Norris, they're toying the times as we stand here right now. 4 minutes left to go, and the mediums and the hard tyres have gone back on, so we're not going to expect that necessarily to change now at the top of the times.
They've done what they needed to, the research on the soft tyre and a little a brief indication of what that tyre is capable of on one lap, and now they're mostly focusing on what will probably be your race tyres, the mediums and the hards around this track.
Well, I think actually we can have a look. Doesn't look like Gabby Bortoleto is going anywhere because his car is now up on sticks. So I might write out the
Sticks.
What do you call it?
Stands. I like sticks.
Stands.
I'm going to call it sticks.
It's up on stands and they're having a look at it. But there is the stat on the screen. Has never been out-qualified by a teammate in 6 previous visits to the Hungaroring for Lando Norris, which is going to give you a boost coming to the race, isn't it? And going into the summer break, this is fascinating. There's a 16-point difference. That's a huge amount for Lando to overhaul. But these two right now, any little edge you can get over your teammate right now has got to be.
I personally don't think it is a huge amount. The problem is we're not seeing either of them, especially someone like Oscar, have weekends where he has a bad weekend and a DNF. But that's all he needs is a DNF. It could be his fault. It could be. I mean, we don't see mechanical issues really ever with McLaren, but
you've jinxed it. You've done it. That's it.
I'm new to the commentary box.
I'm
Maybe this is the commentary curse, but honestly, it's a weekend like that happens. Lando has a normal weekend, and suddenly we're not talking about this big points difference anymore. The thing with Lando, and it's interesting watching how confident he is driving around here. That first lap that he did on the soft tyre, he was so confident. He was pushing the high speed incredibly hard for FP1, which I think shows that he's coming out the box fighting. The thing for me is the big sort of crucial moments that seem to make the difference. That lap 1 at Spa, there's a few kind of key moments, even the start here last year, that's where it's going to get away from him, and he just needs to do every little detail right.
Man, I can't turn the car.
Yes, George just feeling that the rear end's not there for him, basically. And Bernie talked about them tweaking the front flap earlier on. And just I say front flap, this is a great shot running on board the Ferrari through the chicane, and yeah, couldn't turn the car without the rear not being there. So that's a great example, and Lewis could pretty much say exactly word for word what George Russell has just said in the Mercedes. So in this part of the session, as we come to the end and the tyres get older, you have to have a very different balance in the car. So understanding where you take that with the lower fuel, newer tyres, and then what you do with the older tyres, as inevitably this is a rear limited circuit in terms of tyre temperatures. As they start to go through the roof, the rear temps, you have to make some drastic changes on the front flap, and it sounds like that teams are struggling to just figure out that balance. But George could equally be saying, I've just got massive understeer here, I can't even turn the car at all. So you read into that two ways, and I'm not entirely sure which problem he's got with the car just from that brief comment, but it's a common problem at this track anyway in chasing the balance. It changes a lot from how the car feels on new to old.
Well, Behrman got his first sprint points in Belgium, but didn't make it into the top 10 in the Grand Prix. It's been a bit under the radar. Haas have been a little bit under the radar recently, haven't they? They're in that midfield battle, but then you get a result like Nico Hülkenberg got, and that puts him up there, or you get Pierre Gasly scoring some good points on a weekend, and it all changes around again.
Yeah, I mean, Esteban Ocon up in P5 in Spa, was it in the sprint qualifying, was impressive there. Ollie's got so much raw speed, but there's been just a couple of mistakes, namely around red flags, it seems, that stop him from sort of being able to capitalise on those kind of good qualifying performances. So it's now putting it together, and that's kind of what you expect from a rookie, I think. You kind of expect to have these sort of big moments of exciting, things to look out for, and then other moments where you kind of think, okay, that's a rookie mistake, but you expect it. Whereas going back to Hadjar, we just haven't seen it, except for Australia, haven't seen it so much.
They've actually both qualified really well, 5th and 7th in Spa in the sprint, but in the race itself dropped back a few places for the Grand Prix.
Yeah, Behrman he's an exciting driver, definitely, and we saw that when he first jumped in the Ferrari to cover for Carlos Sainz last year in Jeddah, and surprised, he shocked the world.
We saw it before that, Mexico FP1. Jensen picked him out when there were some rookies in that session.
Okay.
I do remember him being picked out then, so the excitement carried, you're right, into
From that
actually
moment,
the
yeah.
Ferrari, which was then even more impressive because he jumped straight into the race weekend in a much quicker car.
What he did that weekend in Ferrari was something exceptional, especially around that circuit as well. Such a high-speed street circuit.
That does have walls.
It does have walls. And when you come to a track like this as well, and he's up there in P6, and it's impressive because, like we said earlier on, you don't do that at this track unless you're really good, unless you've got something. That spark is definitely there for Ollie Behrman, and you can iron out all the other problems. Max himself went through a lot of spins and crashes in his early years. Look at him now; he's so solid. He's the finished article, but the speed has always been there, and you can't really teach that.
What I love about this top 10, 3 rookies in that top 10 at the end of that session.
Exactly, and a lot of those rookies improving a little bit later on the set of tyres. So actually, it sounds like there's going to be a little bit more in there for them if they can get the peak of the tyre at the right time with the track evolution. So it's nice. I think that a lot of those rookies needed that. Particularly Kimi Antonelli needed a good start to this weekend. So he's going to take a lot of confidence from that session.
Going to have a VSC test, a virtual safety car test at the end of this session now, but it is Lando Norris in the McLaren who has gone quickest overall, just 100th ahead of his teammate though, Oscar.
So yeah, 100th ahead of his teammate. Such serious face. Well, I mean, I've in the background, I've just let the world feed play, and I'm just editing the push-up video at the moment. Just editing it at the moment. So, yeah, that's currently what I'm doing. I'm probably not going to do FP2 at the moment. I've still got Formula 2 to do. So, I'm a little bit rushed. Sonoda saying over the radio, so much grit limited, I can't push the thing harder than that. Oh, cool. Will you release it soon? I've got a few videos still to upload. I've got videos that I've still got to upload as well. I've got 2 more videos I've still got to upload within the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm editing at the moment. But yeah, I can stay live for probably another couple minutes, probably another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll switch over to Formula 2, their qualifying session. So yeah. But in the end, Lando Norris topped FP1 by 2/10. But yeah, that's what happened. So yeah. While you're away, I had some new viewers. I had some new viewers. So what other vids? Fortnite vid and coming out vid. I've got the Fortnite vid, and then actually I might delay that. I might upload the push-up vid. As I said. Oh, cool. I checked the comments. Yeah, I had some new views. So, it was good. It was actually quite a calm session. There was no red flag. There was only a VSC. Paul Allen pulling off to the side of the road. In the kick Sauber. So yeah, I'm just gonna minimize that. I'm gonna stop editing that. Otherwise, I'll just lose concentration as to what I'm doing. So yeah, I was bored. So I was like, why not start editing that? So yeah, practice 1. The end of practice 1 there for Hungary, and it's all gone the way of, you know the name, Lando Norris. Lando Norris tops FP1 over Oscar Piastri in 2nd place. Interesting. That might change around this week, and the rivalry might heat up. Leclerc, Isaac Cadjo in P4, Lewis Hamilton P5, Ollie Behrman P6. Is it that long video? What long video? What one? George Russell, Max Verstappen, and Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin Armco Mercedes car over Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly in P13, Liam Lawson P14, Carlos Sainz P15. We've got Felipe Drugovich in P16, Yuki Tsunoda push-up 1. At the moment, I've got it 3 minutes. 3 minutes so far. That's going to extend. It's going to extend. But yeah, on Sky Sports though, you can catch it if you're in Britain. If you're in the British world, you've got Sky Sports. But for me, Practice 2, that's already been streamed. Practice 3 though tonight from 8:15, qualifying from 11:15, and then the race extend. Are you adding something to it? Yes, I am. Hungary though, the race Sunday 9:30 p.m. for me. So that's Australian time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Australian Daylight Time. So there you go. So yeah, I've got 3 minutes. It was 6 minutes to start off with. I'm just going to set up the Formula 2 session. Give me a second, Elizabeth. Just setting up the next session. I might stay live for Formula 2 as well. So, ask me later. I don't want to know how. I don't want to rate that. God damn it. Okay. Hungary qualifying. Here we go. For Formula 2. So I'm going to stay live for that as well. Might as well do it. Why not? Okay. I'm just going to pause that for a minute. But yeah, I've got it down for, at the moment, I've got 4.5 minutes. Well, I'm 4.5 minutes in. But yeah, it's going to be extended because I've got loads more clips to do. So, yeah. I'm 4.5 minutes. So, it's pretty good. What time is it? That's a good question. It's 5 o'clock. Sounds, oh my god, it's 5 o'clock, Elizabeth. I've got 45 minutes. Oh my god, we're on Struggle Town. When can we expect the push-up preview? Oh, pause the intro. Pause it. Good. Okay, so the push-up preview. It's probably after probably after I've done all the streaming tonight. So probably 8 p.m. my time. I don't know what time it'll be for you, but I'll probably upload it around then. But we've got Formula 2 to do now, so I'm going to roll the intro, and then we're going to get started with FIA Formula 2. Then we're heading on to FRECA. I'm ending this stream. I'll start FRECA. So yeah, let's head now to Formula 2. Let's go. The FIA Formula 2 World Championship returns to the Hungaroring this weekend. And it's time for qualifying for the FIA Formula 2 World Championship this weekend. It's now time to start the fastest laps of the weekend. It's time. And guess what? We are racing around the 4.381 kilometers of the circuit, 2.7 miles. We started racing back here in 2014, so I haven't really been racing here for long, but there's 34.6 meters in elevation, 14 turns, and the race lap record 129.1 in a Formula 2 car. The elevation change isn't too bad around this circuit. The other thing is overtaking has never been easy, and it will never be easy around this circuit with the long, more or less windy corners of turn 6, turn 7, turn 8, turn 9, turn 11, turn 11. That doesn't make sense. Turn 11 and then turn 12. The fast right hand up. If we head into the hairpin at turn 13 and then turn 14 as well. We have Leonardo Fornaroli. Your drivers standings at the moment leads for Leonardo Fornaroli, Richard Verscheer, Jack Crawford, Alex Dunn, Luke Browning, Marty, Lindblad, Montoya, Martins, and Stanek in P10. And then Bogdanovic outside the top 10. But Leonardo Fornaroli, at the moment, is leading this championship. I haven't done Formula 2 in about, since the Spanish Grand Prix. So it's been a couple months since I've done Formula 2. I was actually meant to do Formula 2 last weekend. That was on my schedule. That was on the pile of lists I've got here, Elizabeth. That was on that. And YouTube decides to ban me. So that's not handy. And of course I was sick. So, yeah, we've got qualifying now. It's 30 minutes. So we will have enough time to end this stream. Start Frecker. And then have probably a bit of a dinner break. Because it's 6 p.m. for me. I'll have a dinner break. And then we'll head into free practice for Formula 1. The third free practice session. And then we'll head into... I can't do Italian F4 qualifying, because they don't have it streamed on, Fox or YouTube, so that's a little bit annoying, but, you know, we live and we learn. We live. We have 30 minutes in this qualifying session. There's a few drivers opting to stay in the pits at the moment to let the track rubber in a little bit more, try and find the perfect conditions. Arvid Lindblad on screen, the Campos Racing driver. This is going to be an important session for these drivers. Of course, we've got reverse grid for Formula 2. Formula 2 do run for reverse grid, so the top 10 reverse. It will take 2 or 3 laps to get these this softer rubber to get it into shape and get into its working condition, as well as a few Hungarian fans watching on there. Alexander Dunn sitting 4th in this championship, a Roden Motorsport driver. Quite successful last time out at Spa-Francorchamps. Won the sprint, and hoping to do the same thing. Oh, you stayed live? I did stay live. I did. I thought I mentioned that. I thought I genuinely did mention that. I thought I mentioned that. I was still expecting you to be here. I was just expecting you to just be vibing, listening to me. But you know what? That's fine. That's understandable. As I said, you're getting double of me either way. Either way, I've got either Formula 1 to do or Formula 2. Formula 2 comes first, being Formula 2 was scheduled next. So, you know what? I might as well do it. I'm catching up. So, that's why I'm doing a double. Combining them. That's fine. That's fine then. That is perfectly fine. I've just missed an interview. My bad. That's fine. We all make mistakes. Mistakes happen. But yeah, it'll take a few laps for these tyres to try and get themselves into an operating range here. So we will hopefully start seeing some laps. Hello, Farida. Oh, why do people make their names so complicated? Hello, Faria Zadidka. I bottled that. I'm so unbelievably sorry I bottled that so hard. I've just bottled that so... Wow. What a bottle. You know, I was thinking Elizabeth's name was hard. God damn. Hello, my Southern Goat. Great. Welcome back. Hello, Farida. Though. Farida. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say fur from now on. Fur. I hope that's okay. I hope that's perfectly okay, because I can... Every time I'm just going to continue bottling your name. It's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Welcome back, SR the Great, though. I hope you've been enjoying your time so far. Welcome back. But we've gone from Formula 1 now to Formula 2. So, Formula 1 done. We're on to Formula 2. Here, we've got 25 minutes left in this session. I don't know, man, I was having food. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Arvid Lindblad, though, starts his lap and making that very important run down into turn 1. Activating that DRS. And into turn 1, the hairpin. Exiting. Getting the power down. Gradually putting the power down. 5th gear. Shifting 3rd gear. Into that left-hander. The sharp left-hander, which is turn 3. On the exit, turn 4. Using that curb on the right and left-hand side. This is a talk of this circuit. This is turn 4. This is turn... yes. This is turn 4 now. Turn 5, the long, never-ending right-hander. What feels as if you are sitting inside that cockpit. Then this is turn 6 and 7. The curbs. don't seem as bad as what they are on the F1 game. Through 5, through 6, through 7, then 8, using that apex curve, getting as close to that apex as you possibly can. Into 8 now, on the exit, using that ripple strip once again. Into 9, getting as close to the apex on that left-hand side. Then again into 10. This is the fast left and right-hander, Arvid Lindblad. Purple through the first and second sector. This is now turn 12. Exited through turn 11, into turn 12 now. This is turn 13. Getting us close. Double apex right-hander. Turn left. Long left-hander. This is the double apex of now turn 13. And exiting turn 13 into turn 14. Getting as close as now you can to that Lenovo signage. And now to the line. The lap time, 11 seconds faster than what we've just seen. 1:30.3. That is a lap of this Hungary. It was bottled. It wasn't good, but it was good enough. Goethe on screen at the moment, the MP Motorsport Racing driver, the Red Bull livery driver, Red Bull livery car, Personal West first and second sector, at the moment, sorry, Personal West first sector, Purple second sector, the MP Motorsport car, double apex left-hander, to the line, it's Personal West first sector, Purple second sector, to the line, it's half a second faster, he's done a 29.3, Static as well, is up, he's nearly 3/10 up at the moment, he's currently running through turn 12, bit of a slide on the exit there using that ripple strip on the left-hand side to try and stable that car out. There's actually gravel next to that ripple strip as well, so I wouldn't want to be innocent Ranger touching that either. On the exit turn 14, we just had Ollie Goethe go onto the top, 129.3. Roman Stanek, 129.1. What's your favourite circuit, mate? Imola. I'm going to put that down, probably Imola. That's my favourite circuit. Roman Stanek, though, 129.1. Richard Brashear is on a lap. It's Personal West first and second sector with 22.5 minutes to go. What's this lap going to be? It's going to be P3. It's only 2/10 of what we've seen from Roman Stanek there. Ollie Goethe and Richard Brashear. Luke Browning, Alexander Dunn, Beganovic, Montoya, Dirksen, Gabriel Mini, then Jack Crawford. Just sitting on the cusp of the top 10 there. So Jack Crawford at the moment is on that provisional sprint pole. Of course, if you don't know how the Formula 2 format works, which I don't commentate Formula 2 much, so I don't know much about it, but it's reverse grid. I like Abu Dhabi a lot. I don't mind that as well. Abu Dhabi's not too bad. Imola, then probably Spa. Spa-Francorchamps is probably my second favourite. Then Red Bull Ring. I don't mind Red Bull Ring. What else? What else have we got here? Oh, Imola? Yes, Imola. Yes, you heard me. It was Imola. How could I forget? I don't exactly like Kota. Kota's not my favourite circuit in the world. I don't mind Brazil. Brazil's not too bad. Las Vegas. Spa's the most fun circuit in the rain. Oh, indeed. Indeed, my friend. It is. I'll probably go out of all circuits, Las Vegas. Why not? Go Las Vegas. Arvid Lindblad though. P14 at the moment. Yeah, he's P14, so he's not at the moment on that provisional sprint pole or even on feature pole. So the feature race pole, the most important one, the sprint race pole being the second most important, as it is the nearest race that is to come up here. So Arvid Lindblad, Personal West through the first and second sector. Let's see who gets pole today in F1. Yeah, that'll be most important. It'll be. It's getting darker outside for me, so it'll be like 11 p.m. when qualifying starts. So probably a McLaren, but hoping for a max top 3. Ooh, it'll be tough. It will be tough. Arvid Lindblad, Marty, and Goethe is on a lap at the moment. He's absolutely flying through the first sector. Is Ollie Goethe? He's flying. It is a Personal West first sector. At the moment, he's only 700ths off Roman Stanek through the second sector. He's a little bit down. Alex Dunn through the first sector, though. His personal best. Here. He's only a 10th off. Alright, mate. I'm subscribing, then dipping. That's fine. Thank you, Esther the Great, though, for joining. Absolutely goat. there. Thank you for subscribing, though. Gotha to the line. He's only a 10th off. Alexander Dunn. Personal best through the first and second sector. Love you, bye. Love you too. Love you too, SR the Great. See you later. Alex Dunn. Personal best first and second sector. To the line. He's only 4/10 off. 129.5. Roman Stenik at the moment. Purple first sector. Yellow second sector. So he's not improving through that second sector there. Maybe the tyres dropping off, the grip starting to fall out of those tyres. And Roman Stenik to the line has just improved. 129.1. He's on provisional pole. Still 19 minutes to go though. Luke Browning, the high-tech racing driver with the Williams livery. Still 5/10 off. 129.6. Richard Bashir has just done 129.386. So it's very tight. Between the top 10, it's less than a second. Less than a second. Here is separating that top three. Less than a second separating the top 10 cars. That's very tight. There, Fornaroli at the moment has not set a time. He's actually probably waited for quite good track conditions. But you gotta hope here that sunlight doesn't get, that any UV doesn't get put on the circuit here. But there's a bit more rubber put down from the previous soft tyre runners. Luke Browning probably making his way back to the pits at the moment on that softer rubber. The high-tech TGR driver making his way back to the pits. We'll try and get a shot of Leonardo Fornaroli because he's on a lap at the moment. But Luke Browning making his way back to the pits. It's, yes, we'll try and get a shot of Leonardo Fornaroli. Let's now listen to an interview of what Luke Browning had to say.
The position that we're in is a good one. I'm really trying not to look at what's going on, or anyone in particular. I'm just, the eyes are inwards, looking at what I can do the best. Obviously, it's my rookie year, so to be in this position is fantastic, and I'm really enjoying the championship so far. So I'm hoping to end it on a good note, just enjoying driving, focusing on myself, and then hopefully coming towards the end of the year, we'll have a good result.
That's all you can hope from a Formula 2 driver like that. Luke Browning, quite successful, sitting 11th in the championship. At the moment, he's sitting on the, not really on the cusp, but he's P15 at the moment. So not what the high-tech racing driver would be wanting in that sort of situation. Not what he would have been wanting. But a replay there, running through the chicane of turn 6, T6, T7. Arvid Lindblad sliding through turn 13. Now entering into turn 14, taking a deeper line there, but making his way to the pits now with 16.5 minutes to go. You get 2 sets of soft tyres for qualifying. I thought it was only 1 set, so funnily enough, it's 2. Is that number? So you get 2 sets of soft tyres for F2 qualifying, and that's actually understandable because it's 30 minutes. So you would be expecting 30 minutes of, you would be expecting that you'd be getting 2 sets. Jack Crawford continuing to push on his P15. Those drivers would be outside the top 10, maybe would be pushing for that Aramco sprint pole. Jack Crawford making his way to the pits, and so is, I think that's Kushmani in front of him. Alex Dunn is behind him, making his way back to the pits. The Invicta car on screen at the moment. This is Leonardo Fornaroli. He has not set a time. He's down in P20. He's running through T12 at the moment into T13. Double apex left-hander. Get the car a bit sideways, actually, there for Fornaroli. The rear of the car not gripping up the way you'd want it to. Double apex once again of turn 14. A lot of double apexes around this circuit on the exit using the ripple strip to the line. It's P1 for Leo Fornaroli. 128.9, and the coughing continues to kill me. But Fornaroli 128.935 that lap, or 31.9 through the first sector, 32.3 through the second sector, 24.7 through the third sector, which adds up to be that time of a 129.1. So there you go, Fornaroli has just got his time deleted. So Fornaroli, track limits, not many places you can have track limits around here. Possibly the chicane at turn 6 and 7. So that's a big talking point there for Leo Fornaroli. That time Car 1, Leonardo Fornaroli, 129.9, our championship leader down in P20. He would have taken the best life out of those tyres. See what grip he has left and see if he can try and pull out another time somewhere out of those tyres, because that would not be doing him any well. That cough didn't sound like you're recovered fully. No, it doesn't, but, I mean, you know what? I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for you guys. I have water. I have water here, so might as well drink it.
P1. So we lost it up. Oh, sorry.
So Leonardo Fornaroli will not. The team doesn't seem to be very impressed about that one. But is immediately apologising. That's all you can really do there. But Fornaroli will make his way around back and try and set this other lap. It's very important now that he sets this lap. He's still got 13 minutes. He does have another set of soft tyres that he could try and use. People going on to that other set of soft tyres. What's good? Yanina Damini. Again, I'm bottling it. Yana Dahimi. Yeah, what's good? How are you? Again, that's the second name I've bottled. It's the second name. God damn. Fornaroli, though, he's starting his second lap. Now, hopefully, this is to be the lap. So many new people today. I know this is probably the most successful stream I've had. Probably. Hello, how are you, though? How are you? Hope you're enjoying your day. Again, Fornaroli has taken the best out of that tyre. Wow. Your stream's so good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome, indeed. This goes back to, your stream changed my life. Oh, that's amazing. This is so fun. Elizabeth, I'm gonna stop commentating for a minute. Elizabeth, this goes back to that. Elizabeth, this is giving me flashbacks to one thing you said. Yeah, no, this is okay, that's not going to, wow, brother, ignore these people. God damn! God damn! Oh no. I think I'm being botted. I don't know if it... God damn. I think I'm being botted. Am I being botted? Can I confirm? Can I confirm? Welcome back, SR the Great. Oh my god. I'm being... No, I'm not being botted. I'm gonna have to turn this into a clip. This might... Yeah, I'm clipping this. This is going straight onto the YouTube Shorts. God damn. Give me a second. Oh my god, okay. Now I just needed to... God damn. I think I'm being botted. No. Yeah, I think I'm being botted. Wait, what's one thing that bots can't... What's one thing that bots can't say? What... Okay. If this continues, I think I might have to, do, God damn! Being hit on. Like, I think I might be banned from streaming at this point. Oh my god. Man. Yeah, you know what, give me one second. Give me one second. Give me one second. It's fine. We're all fine. We're all fine. You know what? We're all fine. All fine. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Get out of here. Get gone. 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 That was message deleted. Back to racing. Yeah. Wait. Might need to do something else. No, I think we're good. Back to the racing. We're good. No, we're good. They're gone. I think they were just bots. I hope they're bots. Jesus Christ on a motorbike. Oh, I hope nobody's Catholic, but holy, that was creepy. I feel like I was being hit on. I think I was. But yeah, qualifying. Okay, let's go back. That's done. Back to the F1. Back to F2. Oh my god. That's not happening. That's going in the clipbook. But anyway, the FIA, Stewart's investigating after the session. It's done. Unsafe release. I just came back to save you. I'm busy though. Save me. Oh my god. Thank you. You saved me. These people texted me and said they'll prank you. Awesome. So they weren't bots. I've just been set up. Okay. Stop lying. I don't even know you. These people should be investigated. Oh, I think they should. Get her gone. Oh god. I'm not saying that. Wow. I'm not bots. They're my stupid art. Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Okay, back to the racing. God damn it, back to the racing. Arvid Lindblad though, he's going fastest through the first and second sector. Purple first, personal best second. So it's not too bad the first lap there from Lindblad. He's nearly a second off. I'm having to get my mind back on track. This is almost confusing. I'm confused. Arvid Lindblad, purple through the first sector, personal best through the second sector. There, Roman Stenik as well. He's also up. He's just gone pole. Roman Stenik, Arvid Lindblad has just gone second. Alright, mate, continue following the racing. I'll dip. Okay, see you later. Thank you, SR. Thank you so much. Wait, I'm gonna mod you. I'm modding you. Add as moderator. Standard. I've modded you. Thank you so much, man. And hopefully rid of such stupid friends. SR the Great. More like SR the Goat. Salute. Salute, my friend. Salute. Thank you so much. Luke Browning to the line. He's just... Oh, there you go. Second. So, Villa Gomez now in P10 on that sprint pole. So, Villa Gomez looking very quick at the moment. Martins as well sitting in P7. One person who could possibly get sprint pole is now Alex Dunn on sprint pole. Stenik is on provisional pole through that feature race. 128.7. Victor Martins, P4. Alex Dunn, P6. It is now Bogdanovic on sprint pole. So those people that feel like they don't have the pace to get the actual pole can go for a sprint pole here. Dirksen in P3. Here, he is at the moment 3/10 off here. Now, the worst place to be in qualifying is P11. Want to know why? Because possibly you could, you're going to start there for the sprint race. You're going to make positions, but then you're going to start there again for the feature race. So, it's sort of a lose-lose. Crawford up to P2. So, he's on the front row there with Roman Stenik. Luke Browning in P3. Joshua Dirksen's in P4. And Ollie Goethe in P5. Through the chicane there is John Bennett getting sideways on exit. There is the MP Motorsport driver. Getting sideways, laying down a bit of rubber from those Pirelli soft tyres. And also laying down rubber is Joshua Dirksen. As well, Dino Bogdanovic. Getting that car right up on the ripple strip there. Riding a ripple strip very nicely. Indeed. 5.5 minutes to go. Leonardo Fornaroli. Oh my god. This has been a crazy stream. This really has been a crazy 2 hours. My lord, this has probably been the craziest 2 hours of my life. I can't even think to imagine what's just happened. That was wow. That was scary. I don't know how that was scary, but it was. Arvid Lindblad in P7 at the moment. 4/10 off the 4/10 off provisional pole. Now you could get about 2 laps out of these soft tyres. I'd go 2 cool laps here maybe, or even one cool lap. But 2 cool laps is better safe. You'd be better safe than sorry at this point, Arvid Lindblad there. But yeah, so yellow first sector there. So no improvement through that first sector. In through now the second sector, I'm going to guess there's no improvement here. Half a second through that second sector. There. And now making his way is Arvid Lindblad through into the third sector and now back into the pit lane. So, interestingly, maybe we might be at the end of this session here in terms of pace. As everybody use the best out of their soft tyre, best grip out of them. Possibly, that could be the case. That really could be the case here. In terms of the best grip falling away from these tyres, Alex Dunn is sitting in P8 at the moment. We've just had Richard Verscheer being dropped down to P10, so he's on provisional sprint pole. Stanek is still on provisional pole position though. He's about to get this Aramco pole position award in 3 minutes time. If, of course, nobody else improves. Alex Dunn, personal best, first sector. Yellow, second sector. There's no improvement at the moment through that second sector, as if here. But as to the line, Alex Dunn, so far no slipstream, but P8. Gabriel Mini, P20 at the moment. He's 1.2 seconds off. The Primo driver, maybe, just maybe be able to push himself up a bit further up in the grid. Montoya has just moved himself up to P4. Nobody seems to be touching Roman Stanek at the moment. 128.7. Mini into P12. That's a 129.3 there. And the Invicta car to the line, that's Leonardo Fornaroli, seems to be starting a lap as he makes his run down into turn number 1. He seems to be starting a lap. He's P13. He's 6/10 off. He's our championship leader. And he's in a bit of strife at the moment. He's got 2 minutes to get this done. Montoya and Kush Mining incident, turn 3 impeding noted. So the incident between Montoya and Kush Mining impeding noted from the FIA there. And they could both be in a bit of trouble. Or whoever impeded who might be in a bit of trouble. Sebastian Montoya has moved himself up into P4. That's a really good lap. 129.0, the Primo Racing driver. Doing a stunning job. Here, so doing an absolute stunning job is Sebastian Montoya. Invicta car here of Leonardo Fornaroli building up to the final lap in qualifying. It's about to get spicy. It's about to get spicy real quick here as the Prima team watching on track limits. Montoya, turn 14. Did I miss anything? No, you really didn't. No, you didn't miss much. Elizabeth, but good to have you back. Didn't even notice you were gone. I guess that's a good thing. I really guess that was a good thing. But you wouldn't have missed much actually. No. Even if you did miss the end of this stream, which there's probably about 2 minutes left in this. There's a minute left in this session, so about 6 minutes until I end stream. But you haven't missed much really. I've still got Freck as a stream next, so you won't miss much. And whilst I'm setting up Freck, I'll probably go get a drink as well. But Leonardo Fornaroli now starts his next lap. Elizabeth saying, "Okie." Okay. Leonardo Fornaroli. Through turn 1, the long right-hander, the hairpin. At the moment, Roman Stanek, 31.9. That first sector that he has to find a little bit of time. Where's the time? And I reckon the time would be where that track limits is. Wherever he track limits would be where the time is to be found. Fornaroli is up through the first sector. He's on par with Roman Stanek. This is going to be a battle for pole position between Leonardo Fornaroli and Roman Stanek. The two Invicta cars, the two Invicta teammates, are about to have a battle for pole. Fornaroli making his run. Now, this is turn 10. Turn 11. making his run now into turn 12. Sorry, this is now turn 11. Now. So turn 11 now. And he'll make his way now down into turn 12. Kushmani is improving. P11. Richard Verschier is on sprint pole. Fornaroli, P12 at the moment. Personal best, first and second sector. See what the time is as he gets a good run out of that final corner to the power. Get the traction down. And double apex right-hander. Bit sideways on exit. Little bit sideways on exit, but I don't think that'll affect him. He's a 10th off. He's gone P2. The Invicta 1-2. It's looking good. It's a 28-7. Over 28-8. The two Invicta cars. Kushmani, P12. Does not go P10. But it is, at the moment, Alex Dunn on provisional sprint pole. It's Roman Stenik on pole position. The Aramco pole position award goes the way of Roman Stenik. It's a 128.779. And the emotion flowing through. He's had pace. And he shows it now. Good job, Stenik. He deserves it.
Good job today. Good job, mate. Well done.
Victory on paper in the feature turns to pole on the road for the next time around in Budapest. Roman Stanek will be the driver who leads them away. Heroic effort for Leonardo Fornaroli, trying something different. The lap just didn't quite work out though, did it? Too much oversteer. You could see him trying to manage it through the final couple of corners of the lap. It's a decent starting place though, for the driver who leads the championship. And Invicta will be very, very proud to see their two cars across the front row of the grid.
Yeah, they took a clean sweep last weekend. Fornaroli won the sprint. Stanek, as you said, on paper won the feature. And 1 and 2, they are quite literally unbeatable at the moment. It is going so well for the team that took Gabriel Bortoleto to the title last year.
Yeah, moments then. And a lot of managing of the car there for Roman Stanek. Switchbacks, having to place it. It's one of the tougher qualifying sessions of the year.
Yes, mate. It's good, huh? Very good, yes. Well done. Yeah, mate. Incredible. It's incredible. I will never forget this. Crazy.
A nice run from Stanek. Fornaroli in the action. Crawford third. Browning as well. Another one in the championship hunt. Odd one out ever so slightly. Alex Dunn finds himself in P9 only. And as you point out, Chris, Richard Verschoor.
Yeah, that's 2 rounds in a row, P11 for him. So, yeah, work to do for Richard Verschoor. And in a track as he...
But apart from that, Roman Stenik on pole. I'm going to end the stream because I have got Frecker to set up and stream as well. But yeah, thank you to everybody that joined, except for those 2 girls that I think I hate just a little bit more. Qualifying the results, it is the 2 Invictas on pole. Roman Stenik, Leonardo Fornaroli over Jack Crawford, Luke Browning, Joshua Dirksen, Ollie Goethe, Victor Martins, Arvid Lindblad, Alexander Dunn, Joseph Maria Marte in P10, the Campos facing driver. Half a second off the pace. But the 2 Invictas on pole, Roman Stenik, Leonardo Fornaroli in P1 and 2. Richard Verschoor, Gabriel Mini, Emery Cordial, Diana Beganich, John Bennett, Rafaela Villagomez, Miata, and then Sebastian Montoya, Semi Magatuniev, and then Kushmani in P20. We've also got Max Esterson and Cheyenne Shields in P21 and P22. I'm going to wrap up stream. I'm going to get a drink, and I'll be back. Next time you see Formula 2, it will be for the sprint race. So I'll catch you guys then. I'll be back in a few moments' time for Frecker. But I'm going to end this stream now. Head over to the Frecker stream. I'll be there in a few moments' time. I'll catch you guys a bit later for the Frecker qualifying and Formula 2 sprint as well. Head over to the Frecker stream. I'll be live in a couple minutes. I'll be live in about 20 minutes for that. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.